Miguel Durrani back here at the iBot Vaults, and we're going to get into another one of our MMA video blogs here with the Talk and Shoot blogs. And what we got here is I'm going to look ahead a little bit to November 12th and the Conor McGregor versus Eddie Alvarez fight. Obviously a huge fight, a huge UFC, their first event ever at Madison Square Garden. So the odds are up for it, and McGregor is obviously open to a slight favorite at minus 145, Alvarez at plus 125. Five-rounder, obviously the over-under, 1.5 with the over at minus 160 and the under plus 140. And with that out of the way, it's a great fight, I think. You know, McGregor, at the end of the day, you kind of got to give him some respect. He did game plan his way to a win, and it wasn't a massively impressive win against Nate Diaz, but at the same time, he did succeed in getting the win, and he knew what he was doing, and he's back to being his, comfortable, blusterful self. Before that, he kind of, after the Diaz loss, he kind of got a little bit churlish in terms of, with the UFC, he didn't want to do press and stuff like that while he focused on the fight. And you see what he was doing is he was sharpening up his stand-up and, really settling in on a game plan to take Diaz out. Now, is that game plan going to work against Alvarez? I don't think so. Alvarez can set a much more frenetic pace. He's a lot lower to the ground and short. He's a good wrestler. He could potentially be trying to get McGregor down. I don't think it's that easy to take McGregor down, but Alvarez is going to be able to be quick and on the move, and he may not want to engage in the stand-up, A stand-up fight favors McGregor because I think that's the only way he can win, really. And McGregor's been able to stand up against guys throughout most of his career. When he goes down, he loses, but he's gotten better and better at staying up. And Alvarez is a good boxer, but if it's a boxer, it's a toss-up, and who's going to win, you don't know. So Alvarez may use his X factors, his speed. Once he hits you, he won't stop. Check the Aaron Riley fight early in his career. Once he tagged Aaron, and Aaron showed it, and he was hurt a little bit, he just pours it on. And he did the exact same thing against Rafael dos Anjos. You can see that the instinct to kill is there in Alvarez. So if McGregor gets dinged up and you give him the chance, Alvarez will take it. McGregor, on the other hand, I think we're looking at maybe trying a game plan here. However, it's dangerous. I don't know, if he can't hurt Alvarez or it doesn't get to him, is Alvarez going to run out of gas? No. McGregor, he's gassed before, so we'll see how the gas winds up. And again, if this goes to the judges, it's going to be a toss-up. The over-under at 1.5 tells me that no one thinks it's going to the judges, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's a first look. We'll look at this on the week of the fights and see how it changed. I expect some money to come in on Alvarez. People don't know it, but he's got a huge following in Philadelphia, very loyal. Even from early on in his career, they used to show up, wearing all the same colors and stuff like that, and they will be a presence, and they'll be felt at the books, I think, too. Anyway, I'm Miguel Durrani. We've been Talking Shoot. That's the McGregor and Alvarez Talking Shoot podcast, and we'll talk to you after the fights.